A new day, a new season. Road to Master Ball rank starts now. Will I crash and burn and throw my controller into the sun, or will I dominate and become the best Pokemon player in the world? Let's find out. But before that, let's go over the team. We all start somewhere, and our first opponent is all the way at the bottom in Pokeball 4. There are 3 different ranks before we access the Master Ball rank: Pokeball, Great Ball, and Ultra Ball. They all have 4 ranks, which may sound like a lot to go through, but if you have a win streak bonus, you'll gain points like crazy, making the grind a lot faster. Our opponent's team is very interesting. It's nothing you usually see, so I assume they're a newer player trying to get a feel for the game, or they just started Champions and don't have access to the overpowered Pokemon, limited to the recruiting. I lead off with Kangaskhan and Farigiraf. The teams go to lead. They lead off with Machamp and Sinistcha. Fake out into Machamp lands, preventing them from attacking this turn, but Sinistcha does the unexpected. Hyper Beam? Is that the set the game gives you when the player is recruiting that guy? Twin Beam puts Machamp at a respectable HP to finish off later. I decided to delay the Trick Room since Machamp's base 50 speed would just outspeed Kangaskhan in Trick Room, so I didn't bother. Next turn, I'll be able to set up Guaranteed. Trick Room goes up, and it's smooth sailing from here on out. The Machamp is gone, and we're ready to go crazy. Last Resort spam carries me to victory. There's really not much else to say here. My second game was very interesting. It seemed like my opponent brought a team that was extremely good versus mine. The Serena's ability prevents me from targeting their Pokemon with priority moves. They have a Politoed, which has Drizzle and can counter my Drought on my Torkoal, and a Ceruledge that has Flash Fire, which is an ability that absorbs Fire-type moves and empowers their own. Meowstic could also carry Rain Dance, which could override the Sun, so I gotta watch out for that. Torkoal is definitely a no-go here. I leave it behind as the same 4 from last game joined me once again. The game was so weird. Kangaskhan deliberately used Fake Out to gain access to Last Resort, as you have to use all moves that the Pokemon knows before you can use Last Resort. It feels so weird to use it knowing you won't do any damage, but it'll help later. Meowstic sets up Reflect, reducing my Pokemon's physical damage by half. A low kick from Serena takes out half of my HP. I lose my Kangaskhan because I honestly just forgot that Serena's a very slow Pokemon. Even with my minus speed nature, it wasn't enough. Mawile switches in and can set up a free Swords Dance though. There's really nothing that threatens it. This is looking a lot better. I expect them to switch out their Politoed, so Mawile goes for a Play Rough on Serena instead. Now when Trick Room's over, Sucker Punch will annihilate every Pokemon on their field. Well, I thought it would, but the Politoed went for Parasong, so the punch did nothing. The next turn they surfed, but my Play Rough targeted the Heliolisk switch in. Another one of their attackers are down. With only 1 turn of Parasong left, I switch in Farigiraf to tank the hit. Politoed goes down, and honestly, my victory was easily earned. My next game was absolute cinema. The Kang Giraffe combo sets up the Trick Room once again. Last Resort beats everyone's ass. Then my goat Torkoal comes in. Eruption plus Last Resort is more than enough to finish off the Glamora. Resists don't matter to these demons when they're using these type of moves. Staraptor is their only Pokemon left after Basculegion is sent to the Shadow Realm, so they just forfeit. That's my goat. Man, I love Kangaskhan. Using it, whew, very fun. Game 4 was one of the few games I brought Vileplume. The team was just asking to turn their brain off. After you plus Torkoal went brr and destroyed the rest of their team. Okay, yeah. You're tired of hearing how broken this team is and that I'm winning all the time. We did win again versus a fraudulent Trick Room team, but who cares about that? That game was boring. We are here to see getting my ass beat. Wait, who wrote this? We did the normal Fake Out Trick Room turn 1. It looks good so far until this happened. T-Bolt Paras the Floette. Yeah, the Para pretty much makes Floette faster than all of my Pokemon under Trick Room. I should have just targeted Floette with Last Resort, even if I thought it would protect anyway, but alas, we learn. Floette plus Incineroar just sweep my team. 10% chance to lose me the game, but it wouldn't have happened if I didn't make that mistake in the first place. Game 7 was not so kind to me. I have Wide Lens on Vileplume for a reason. Why did you miss and lose me the game? That Sleep Powder was supposed to hit the Charizard. The game was lost due to unfortunate luck this time around. That's best of 1 for you. Now look at this. Fake out the Weavile, Trick Room with the big boy. We are set, baby. This next game is looking good. Mawile has the freest switch in of all time, and now I don't see how we lose. My opponent saw it too as they forfeit on turn 2. The streak will live on. This next game was, a game of all time. This demon thought they could Rock Slide flinch me out of the game. Gotta respect it, I guess, when you have no other option. The game came down to Mawile versus the World. The World won as Play Rough missed on a crucial turn. At first, my own world crumbled beneath me, but then I realized I have a Torkoal in the back, and that pretty much sealed the deal. Eruption deals with the Gambit, and a Weather Ball cleans up the Zard. Our dream isn't over yet. I don't know how I'm deep into Ultra Ball, and these guys use Tailwind in front of a hard Trick Room team. Well, thanks for the free turn, I guess. King does its thing, Farigiraf slays, the opponent tries to charm my Pokemon even though Farigiraf has Armor Tail. It's okay, they're new to the game and never faced a Farigiraf till now. Apparently. Honestly, I doubt that. Now, I will never lose again. I don't even know what to say about this game. Look at their team. This is something I'd get if I used a randomizer. One of the teams of all time for sure. I won in like 2 seconds. Okay, with that out of the way, Big Six is back in town and my revenge is about to be sweet as hell. We all know the drill. Trick Room goes up, yada yada, but this is where I cook. I know this little beta of a man will be greedy, so I double target the Charizard with T-Bolt, and my max attack Giga Chad Incineroar's Darkest Lariat cleans up the best Mega in the format. The rest is history. Incineroar and the draft alone sweep. And that's not something that normally happens. Win streaking out of my mind, Kang be Kanging, Giraffe be raffing, life is all good, until this terrorist entered the chat. This may look normal to you, but little did you know that he'd have Sash Super Speed Gambino on a Ran team with Scovillain. Every time I played against this in the Master Ball tier, they always had Sword Stance. It was always set up King Gambit. You expect it to be, you know, the good set, because it'd be better, right? Nah, I just assumed too much and got cooked for it. I should have used my OG strat. This is Ultra Ball. What am I thinking? Now I have to win 3 in a row to get to Master Ball. I'm only a couple games away from my acclaimed Master Ball tier, and we faced our toughest opponent yet. They did an unthinkable turn 1, using Tailwind in front of a hard Tricker team and losing immediately because of it. The classic. They even try to encore even though Farigiraf is right there. I feel like this is their first day playing the game. After that embarrassing turn, they immediately rage quit, and I have to awkwardly play out the turns until the game registers that they've quote-unquote disconnected. My next opponent leads King Gambit Basculegion, and we set up our tried and true strategy. Fake out guarantees a Trick Room, and all is set. They switched to Garchomp, but little did they know, I targeted Basculegion with Last Resort, and the Chomp went to 54% after munching on their Citrus Berry. Even though the Gambit is faster than Kangaskhan in a Trick Room, they decide to use Sucker Punch? I still can't believe this is a thing. This is probably the most jank Master Ball tier run I've ever been in so far. I was shocked they forfeited it as the game was far from over as well, but we take those. Farigiraf, Kangaskhan, Torkoal, and Mawile, the 4 that has carried this run and the ones who will end it. The opponent's team is, well, interesting. Blaziken, Garchomp, Floette, Whimsicott, Metagross, and Sinistcha. That's not a combination I've ever seen so far. I feel like my picks will do just fine here, but let's see what happens. They lead Metagross and Blaziken versus my Kang and Giraffe. They double protect while I get my Trick Room up for free, which is nice. We take those. Twin Beam takes care of the Blaziken, that's where the special attack EVs come in clutch, and Last Resort does a decent chunk to Mega Metagross. I don't know why Metagross protected here, but at least I can take out the Sinistcha for free. Helping Hand plus Last Resort is crazy. Unfortunately, they got a double protect with their Garchomp, which made this a little tricky now, no pun intended. We have no turns of Trick Room left, and both of my attackers are weak to Garchomp. Is this the end of the road? Will I have to grind even harder? I expected them to protect Earthquake, but it looks like they may not have it. They doubled the Mawile with Stomping and Iron Head, giving me a free Weather Ball into the Garchomp. All I have to do now is Sucker Punch the Garchomp and Heat Wave just in case the Sucker Punch low rolls. And, you know, it finishes them off. Master Ball has been achieved. We have a 1636 rank going into the season. Let's see if we can get Champion tier this time.